All right. So today, all right. So today we are going to be solving this problem we have on the board. First off, if you are into this class, different in the comment section. If you are just joining us for the first time, I'm Tutor John The Scientist, and I make maths and physics easy and accessible to everybody online. So today we are going to be solving a couple of problems here. So all I need you to do is just stick to the end, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and let's interact together. Today we are going to be solving a lot of problems. So I will urge you to please, if you are here, ensure you subscribe, like this live, and also share it to your friends, because today we are going to be talking about a lot of things. So now, without no wasting of time, let's begin. So now, find the 23rd term of an AP, right? Find the 23rd term of an AP. The numbers -7, -3, we have 1, we have 0, just like that, and so on and so forth. Excuse me. Okay, so now for you to solve this problem, you need to know the formula for solving this, right? So now let's introduce the formula without solution. Like I said, if you are here, ensure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this live, and also share it to your friends, please, so that more people can also learn from what we are going to be doing today. So let's go. Now, first of all, you need to know the formula for solving such a problem. That is, the formula is Cn is equal to A plus n minus 1 d. Cn is equal to A plus n minus 1 d. Now, n is the number of terms, right? N is number of terms. We have A here. A refers to the first term. A is the first term. So if you are here, ensure you subscribe to our channel. Subscribe to our channel, turn on notification bell, so that whenever I go live like this or whenever I drop any videos, you receive notification for you to watch for you to enjoy, for you to learn more. All right. You have A, the first thing, and we have D. D is the common difference, right? The common difference. D is the common difference. So now, okay, okay. So now we have this. Now we understand the particular formula. So what do we do next? We apply it into the question. The question is calculate 23rd term. So T23 will equal to, the first term here is negative 7a plus n minus 1. We have n to be the number of terms. That's 23 minus 1. To calculate for D is used by simple logic. You can calculate for the common difference with simple logic. For example, here we have the first term, we have these other ones like that. Now, for you to calculate the common difference between these two, you can say D is equal to second term minus first term, first term, or you can say third term minus second term. Third term minus second term. Whichever formula you use, you are correct. So now, let's check it out together. Look at this closely, right? Where is our duster? Okay. Okay. So let's say we're using, let's try it first of all. The second term minus the first term, that's minus 3 minus 7. All right. Am I correct? Yeah. So minus and minus is plus, so this is equal to negative 3 plus 7, and 7 minus 3 is 4. If we also go again, like I said earlier, to use this particular formula, right? If we use this formula of um, third term minus second term, we have 1 minus 3, which is equal to 1 plus 3, which is 4 as well. So as you can see, they are both the same. Please, if you are here, ensure you subscribe to our channel. And if you are, you can also feel free to ask your questions. J1Bo said hi. Hello. Welcome to my live. So ensure you like this live and also share it to your friends. Like the live, share it to your friends. Like it and also share it to your friends so that other people can learn from this. So now moving on, as you can see, we can see they are both the same. So that clarifies our claim. So we are going to have D. D is positive 4, right? So we have 4. So what do we do next? We have negative 7 into brackets. 23 minus 1 is 22. 22 times 4, right? Now in this case, what we use is known as board mass, or in some places it is called PEMDAS. PEMDAS. They both mean the same thing. B in board mass refers to bracket. O is off. Order, we have D, division, we have multiplication, we have addition, and we have subtraction. Now for this other side, we have P in PEMDAS to be parenthesis, we have E to be exponents, we have M to be multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So as you can see from here and here, we can see that we have multiplication before subtraction. So we're going to multiply these values first. So if we multiply this, we have negative 7 plus 22 times 4, right? 22 times 4 is 88. 88. So we have 88 plus negative 7. Or we can see 88 minus 7 because it is positive, right? So this will be equal to 88 minus 7 is what? You watching me. 88 minus 7 is what? Look at it. 88 minus 7 is what? 81, right? 81. Yes. So 81 is the answer. The 23rd term of this AP is 81. The reason why this particular formula is being used is because, you know, you're talking about larger terms. Now you're seeing these particular values here. How will you start going by adding 4 to the front number? Before we do that, time is already gone. So time is on our side. So that's why mathematicians bring out this particular formula to calculate the number of terms in an AP or an arithmetic progression. So if you have any question, you can please ask. open to answering your questions. Okay, okay, so we have solved for this, right? Oh, I can see the lighting is covering it. So let's see what we can do about that. Okay, I feel it's better now. So let's try out another question on the board like this. Still on arithmetic progression. Please, if you're in this live, ensure you like the live, share it to your friends. You can feel free to ask your questions because I'll respond to them, right? And if you are just joining us, I'm Tutor John The Scientist, and I make maths and physics easy and accessible to everybody online. I'm active on Facebook, I'm active on YouTube, I'm also active on TikTok. So all you need to do is engage on my pages, like my videos, share them, and also drop your opinion in the comments. You can learn from here because here we're going to be talking about a couple of things. So all you need to do is just engage actively, and that's all. So let's go. Let us solve another problem regarding this particular topic. Okay, the 12th term, the 12th term of an AP is, sorry, the 12th term of an AP is 32. If its first term is 1 over 1 over 2, let me repeat this so that the viewers can see. 1 over 2. Okay, okay. So, are you there with me? Are you with me? Please, if you are just joining, ensure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like this live, share it to your friends, and also drop your opinion in the comment section. You can feel free to ask your questions, and I'll respond to them. Any question, if you are following, say you are following in the comment section. So, let's begin. We have the 12th term of an AP is 32. If its first term is one whole number, 1 over 2, what is its common difference? What is the common difference? How do you solve such a problem? How do you solve such a problem? So if I call you now, you watching me, if I ask you to solve this problem, how will you do it? How will you go about it at all? So now let's break it down together. Please, if you are here, ensure you drop a comment that you are following me, that I'll be able to proceed. If you are here, say present. If you are following, you are following. So let me know in the comment section. Let's go. Mike said, Mike said, what topic is this? Yeah, this topic is under sequence and series, Mike. This topic is under sequence and series. And regarding this particular topic, we have two different ways. We have the arithmetic progression and we have the geometric progression. That's AP and GP. Now we're talking about the AP first. So as you can see this problem on the board, if we are asked to solve such a problem, how will you go about it? How will you go about it? If you are following me, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If there's anything you feel you don't understand, I will break it down for you. So now I'm waiting for your comments, I'm waiting for your responses. If you are following me, ensure you follow, drop your comments. If you are just joining, subscribe to the channel. Okay, so now we're going to be solving this problem without no wasting our time. Solution. So first of all, how do you solve this one on the board? They give us the 12th term to be 32, right? They give us the first term to be 1/1/2. What is the common difference? What is the common? So now, for you to solve a problem like this, you use the formula like earlier, Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 d. This is the formula I use to solve this problem. So now, we're going to be applying what was given to us in the question, right? Let's just say that T12, they said the 12th term, right? T12 is equal to A, which is 1/1, that's 3/2, A plus 12 minus 1 D. D is the unknown. D is the value we're looking for here. So Mike said A is equal to 19, 12 is equal to 7D. Okay, so moving on now, we have T12 is equal to 3 divided by 2. That is, we are here to be 32 now. So 32 will be equal to 3 divided by 2 plus 12 minus 1 is 11, 11D. Alright, so now you have gotten to this stage. What will you do next? What you do is that you try to um, divide both sides. Yeah, we're going to divide both sides by 2. Multiply both sides by 1/2. Alright, sorry, multiply both sides by, yeah. So this one will strike out. Yes, it will strike out. Then we have times 2 here, right? 32 times 2. So this will be equal to this will multiply 2 as well. So take note. This 2 is multiplying everything. Let me try to make it easier. Okay, let's go. So we have we're multiplying both sides by 2 to clear the fraction. So we're going to have multiply by 2. So we're going to have times 2 is equal to 2, yeah, 2 into bracket 3 divided by 2. Okay, 3 divided by 2 plus 11D. Yes, this is how it's going to look like. So what you do next? In this case is that these 2 can strike out, but these 2 will still multiply this. So we are going to have 32 times 2 is 64, right? 32 times 2, 2 times 3 is 6. 32 times 2 is 64. So we have 64 is equal to 3 plus 2 times 11D, because this 2 is going to multiply everything here. Alright, we're going to multiply everything. So we are going to have 3 plus 22D, right? 3 plus 22D. So what you do next is that you subtract 3 from both sides. You subtract 3 from both sides, and look for the value of D. We have 64 minus 3 is equal to 3 plus 2D minus 3. 3 minus 3 is 0. 64 minus 3 is 61. So that 61 is equal to 2D. 22D, right? Divide both sides by 22 because we are looking for D. Divide both sides by the coefficient of 22. 22 here is 1. We have 22 here. We have, using our calculators, let's see if we can break this down more. 2 into here is 11. Can 2 go into this? The answer is no. No. Let's use our calculators. Okay, so we have 61 divided by 22. Now 61 divided by 22 is equal to 2.7727. Alright, 2.7727. And the question here is we should correct to one decimal place. So if this is your answer, correcting to one decimal place is taking out forward after the decimal point the next number. Then if the number after that particular number is more than 5, if it's up to 5 or more than 5, you add 1 to the previous. So this will approximately be equal to 2.8. So 2.8 is the common difference of this particular arithmetic progression. Are you following? Please, if you are following, let me know your thoughts in the comment section if you are following. And if you have any question, you can feel free to ask me and I will explain it very well for you. So let's go. Okay, 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 okay. So let's solve more. Let's look at more together. Okay, you are following. Thank you. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. Okay, so hmm, okay, let's do this. Okay, this question is from NAPTEP number 11B in the year 2005. So we have a NAPTEP question here, just for clarity's sake and just for research purposes. Okay, so now let's begin. The hypotenuse, the hypotenuse, the hypotenuse, the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle of a right angled triangle, the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle is 17 centimeter. Yes, it's 17 centimeter. And one of the angles, and okay, one of the angles, and one of the angles is 43 degrees. 43 degrees. Find, find, okay, well, the first one. The first one we're looking for the third angle. Third angle. If you are not seeing my font, you can let me know in the comments. B, we have the side opposite the smallest angle. The side opposite the smallest angle. Yeah, the side opposite the smallest angle. I think that is all. Yes. So now, how do you solve this problem on the board? Solution. First of all, you need to understand the question, because most times what fails students is not that they don't know the formula or what to do. It's just that they don't understand the question properly before they start calculating, before they start performing calculations. So now let's look at it together. The hypotenuse of a right angle triangle, we have two words here: hypotenuse, right angle triangle. The very first thing that comes to your mind is a right angle triangle is a triangle that is sum up to the 90 degrees. That's to say we have something like this. All right, something like this, 90 degrees here. We can see it, 90 degrees. This is a right angle triangle. Let me just give it some letters for decoration sake. So we have 90 degrees here, and you said the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle is 17 centimeters. Now ask yourself, you watching me, ask yourself, where is the hypotenuse in this right angle triangle? You know the answer. If you know the answer, drop it in the comment section. Let's see the smartest person we have here. If you are just joining, please subscribe. Subscribe. Don't just go like that. Subscribe to our channel, on the notification bell, so that whenever I go live like this, or whenever I drop any videos, you receive instant notification from YouTube, so that you will learn. So where is the hypotenuse of this particular triangle? Let's see, smartest person. Okay, I can see 67% of my viewers right now do not understand. Just stick with me, follow up, and anywhere you don't understand, you can ask me. So now, for clarity's sake, I'm telling you now because the next one I'm going to be leaving it for you guys. So, for clarity's sake, the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle is the longest side. The hypotenuse of the triangle is the longest side. Now, look at this triangle OAB. Look at this closely. Where is the longest side? Where is the longest side? Of course, this is the longest side. So this part of this triangle is 17 centimeters, and it said one of the angles is 43 degrees. One of the angles is what? 43 degrees. So literally we can name anywhere we like. We can take here, we can take here, but let's take here. Let's call here 43 degrees. Let's call it, sorry. Okay, you can't see that. Let's call it theta. Theta is equal to 43 degrees. Right? Good. So the question is find the third angle. Find the third angle. Now the third angle from this thing you are seeing in this particular part. I hope you are seeing what I'm doing. You watching me, I hope you are seeing what I'm doing. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is the third angle. So now for you to get the third angle, you need to say, you will say that because I said earlier that a right angle triangle is an angle that sum up to give you 90 degrees. Yes. So we have theta. Okay. Theta plus what? Plus what? Theta plus what? 90 degrees plus I'm sorry, plus alpha is equal to 90 degrees. So angles in a right angle triangle. Right angle right angle triangle. Angles in a right angle triangle is 90 degrees. So moving on, put the values. You have theta to be what? Theta to be 43, and we don't know what is alpha. This is equal to 90. So what do we do next? We subtract 43 from both sides. 43, 43. Alright? 43 minus 3 is 0. So you have alpha will be equal to 90 minus 43. Now 90 minus 43, let us use our calculators just for clarity's sake. Okay? So we have 90 plus 43, right? 90 plus 43. 90 plus 90 minus 43, sorry, minus 43. This is 47 degrees. 47 degrees. So I've calculated for the third angle now, right? 47 degrees. So we have something like this. Pay attention. I have to say the resulting diagram will be something like this. This is the resulting diagram, right? Because we have here to be theta, which is 43 degrees. Are you seeing what I'm doing? Are you following? Okay, so we have here to be 43 degrees, we have here to be 17 centimeters, and we have here to be what? 47 degrees. Now the question says the side opposite, find the side opposite the smallest angle. Now between 47 and 42, which is the smallest? Obviously it's 42. So we are asked to find the side opposite the smallest angle. So let's call here x. Yes, let's call here x. Let's call this side x. The side opposite 42 now, let's call it x. Please, if you are just joining, ensure you subscribe, like this post, share this post, drop your opinions in the comment section. And if you have not subscribed, ensure you subscribe so that you get more interesting takes from me, hot takes, right? Solve a lot of maths and physics problems here from different curricula in Nigeria examination. We have the WAEC, we have the NECO, JAM, ETNE, NAPTEP, and so on. Like this one now is for the NAPTEP past question. So now let's continue. We have hypotenuse and we have opposite, right? Using SOHCAHTOA, both of us know that this abbreviation is used to derive the relevant sides talking about the three trig ratio, sin theta, cos theta, and tan theta, right? as science students, scientists, we don't, start cracking our head. We just find an abbreviation, and once that abbreviation clicks, that's all. We remember it, and of course, science now confirms that with abbreviations, you're able to recall things more faster than reading them word for word. So now we have many abbreviations. Yeah, we have many abbreviations. On the side of chemistry, we have abbreviations like CETOS, we have Mr. Niger D, and so on and so forth. So this is one of them in mathematics, right? SOHCAHTOA. Now, SOHCAHTOA, O is opposite, H is the hypotenuse, and A is the adjacent, right? So now looking at this closely, we have opposite and we have hypotenuse. Which trig ratio do you think we are using here? SOH, right? That is sine theta. Let's see that sine 43 degrees is equal to opposite over hypotenuse here, x divided by 17. X divided by 17 because x is opposite and 17 is the hypotenuse. So if we cross multiply, we are going to have x is equal to 17 times sine 43, right? 17 times sine 43. So now let's first of all look for the value of sine 43. Sine 43. Sine 43 is 0.0.68199. Normally in mathematics, when we are talking about finding the value for angles, talking about sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, normally take it to 4 decimal places for accuracy. Right? So we have 0.61, 0.61, 68199. Yes, 4 decimal place, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is up to 5, is more than 5, so we add 1 to the previous one. So this will approximately be equal to 0.6820. Yes, 0.6820. So that's what I'm going to be using. So we have 17 times 0.6820. So if we use our calculators for this, 0.6820 times 17, that's 11.594. 11.594. This is equal to 11.594, which is approximately, let's say, we're not asked to approximate it, so let's just approximate. Therefore, 4 is nothing, so we have 11.59. Yeah, 11.59 centimeters. Yeah, recall you said the side opposite the smallest angle. So if you have any question, you can feel free to ask. We are done and dusted for this particular question. So if you have any question, you can ask. Right? Okay. Okay, it seems like we are good. So let us proceed. Let's continue. Oof. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, okay, let's go. So now you have a clean boy. So let's check out what we have here. Mm. Okay, so let's proceed without no wasting of time. We have the shadow, the shadow of an electric pole, of an electric pole is of an electric pole 75 to 3 meters high. I'm talking about the height of the pole, right? Meters high is 75 centimeters long. Is 75 centimeters long. We are asked, determine the angle of elevation. Determine the angle of elevation. Determine the angle of elevation. So let's go again. Solution. Now let's go. The shadow of an electric pole. We are talking about an electric pole, which of course can be wooden, it can be concrete, it can be made of iron as well. An electric pole. 73 root 3, 75 root 3 meters high. That's h now is equal to 75 root 3 meters. Okay, centimeters, not meters, centimeters. So if you are here, if you are watching me now, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this slide. Very, very important so that more people can gain access to it, more people can see what we are doing here, and more people can also learn as well. So we have the height of the electric pole, and we have it to be 75 meters long. 75 meters long. That's talking about the shadow now, right? To determine the angle of elevation. So now, how will you calculate for this one, right? How will you calculate for this? So we have the resulting diagram. Let's find the resulting diagram. This is the pole. This is the electric pole, right? Okay, this is the electric pole. We have the electric pole to be 75 root 3 meters high. We have the shadow. This is the shadow now. This is the shadow. We have the shadow to be 75 meters long, 75 centimeters long. Now we are asked to calculate the angle of elevation. Of course, the angle of elevation is alternate to the angle of depression. That's to say, the angle of elevation here will be something like this. Okay, it will be like this. Yes, this is the angle of elevation. The angle of elevation is alternate. When you say an angle is alternate, it forms the Z shape, something like this, as you can see, forms the Z shape. And note, they can only be alternate when both lines are parallel to one another. As you can see, the arrow indicates a particular direction. So when they undergo, when both lines are parallel to one another and they are cut by the transversal, this is the transversal line that cuts both of them. Parallel lines, recall, are those lines that cannot touch each other, no matter how much they are stretched. No matter how long this line is, this line both cannot touch each other. So when you cut it, that line is known as the transversal line. So now apply this here. We have 75, so we have this. So what do we do next? We find theta, right? We are asked to calculate the angle of elevation. Now the angle of elevation is very, very simple, right? Using SOHCAHTOA again. Using SOHCAHTOA. If you have a question, you can to ask your questions. SOHCAHTOA, we have here to be opposite and we have here to be adjacent. Recall I said earlier that the longest side is the hypotenuse, right? So we have opposite and adjacent, which is tan. As you see, tan theta is equal to opposite divided by the adjacent. Sorry, yeah, the adjacent. 75 can strike out, so we're left with root 3. Root 3 is equal to root 3. We're looking for theta, not tan theta. So what we do next is that we find the arctan. We find the arctan. That's to say theta will be equal to the inverse of theta. That's arctan tan root 3. Arctan root 3 is, let's do that to our calculators real quick. We have Yeah, we have shift and rotary. Yes, shift and rotary is 60 degrees. Yes, 60 degrees. Therefore, theta is equal to 60 degrees. I hope you understand. The angle of elevation. You have the angle of elevation, and I said it's alternate to the angle of depression, as you can see. It forms the Z shape. We have the length of the shadow. We have the length of the shadow to be 75 centimeter. Of course, if I stand here now, the length of my shadow is beneath, right? How long is it? If it shows on the wall, for example, now, how long is it? That's the length of the shadow. So that's why we have this horizontal side to be 75, and of course, we have the height to be 75 with theory. We have the theta to be this part, right? So that's it. You can put it here, you can put it here. If you put it here, it's alternate to this other part. You understand? Sorry, this is angle of elevation and this is angle of depression. The upper part is the angle of depression. That is how it is. This angle, the angle that joins the horizontal is the angle of elevation, while the one, the vertical, is the angle of depression because we have the x and the y plane, right? So that's it. So have theta to be 60 degrees. So if you have any question at all regarding what I've just done, you can feel free to ask your questions. Joy said hi. Welcome to my live. You're welcome. You're welcome to my live stream. Okay, you're welcome to my live stream. So now we have two this. So let's see another one. Practice makes perfect. If you don't practice, you cannot gain mastery of it. Actually, today I was reading Atomic Habits by James Clear today, and I really saw something. The very last chapter, that's chapter 20. He was talking about how habits can produce good results. You know, when you're talking about an habit, it is a repeated something. It is something that is repeated, right? And when it gets repeated to some point, you do it even without thinking. So doing it without thinking creates the fact, it portrays the fact that you cannot do it consciously, and you of course ignore possible errors, little errors, right? I mean, we're developers too, so that's I know what I'm saying. For example, if you want to write a string now, for example, the string, let's say you want to declare a variable, let's call the variable let's say my name, all right? My name, this is equal to strings. In strings, you write them in quotes. Alright, so if you just write my name as John Jr., for example, like this, and you put your semicolon, this will lead to an error. This is an error. This is undefined. Because a string is a collection of text that is written in quotes. It can be single quotes and it can be double quotes. I've taught you something. I've taught you something in programming. And of course, you must add your semicolon because the semicolon tells the machine that this is the end of a statement. This is the end of the statement. So as you can see, I'm not just a matter of tutor here. I'm a web developer as well. So as you can see, declare my name. This is of course a camel case. You cannot start with a capital letter. You can start with a letter, a small letter, like this, my name. You can start with using the dollar sign, my name, and you can also start with using the underscore. Yes, so that is how you start. That's how you declare. That's how you name a variable. So I'm just teaching you. I'm just letting you know that those habits you build, you will come to realize that you thinking that you are, you are trying to improve yourself, you have gained mastery. You look at something like this. If you don't put the semicolon, you're already wrong. The machine will interpret it as an error. All right. So that's that for that. If you have any question, you can ask me too. So if you are here, if you are watching me, ensure you subscribe. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe. Okay, so let's solve another one again. Let's solve another one. Let's solve another one. Should we solve another one? Or let's see. Okay, let's look what we have in store. Okay, so now we have something like this. Please, if you're in this live, ensure you like this live. Please like the live and share it to your friends so that more people can also learn, because I really plan to stay way more longer than this. So if I see that you're not active, I will just log out, you know. So we have a question. We have here to be 77 centimeter. We have here to be x, and we have this part to be 5 degrees. Of course, this is a right angle triangle. You can see it here. So the question is, calculate the value of x in the figure above. Calculate the value of x in the figure. Calculate the value of x in the figure above. Sorry, above. Calculate the value of x in the figure above. Now, this question, just for research and personal purposes, this question is gotten from number 36. Number 36 of the 2014 NAPTEP examination. Number 26, right? Am I correct? Sorry, 36, NAPTEP. NAPTEP. This is a NAPTEP past question. Please, if you are just joining this live, ensure you like this live, share this live, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you will learn more, you will understand more, and you will know more math and physics, right? So now let's solve this problem. Now, looking at this closely, right? It's very, very simple. You should know it by now. Solution. James, I said you should know how to do this. How will you solve this problem? I'm waiting for you. Now you're looking at me, you want me to continue, right? How will you solve this way? What will you do? You have been following me. Do you understand? You say, yes, I understand. How will you solve this now? Eh? How will you solve this? No, look at it. Look at it. We have a right angle triangle. We have this side. We have theta to be 35 degrees. How will you solve this? If you don't talk, I will not continue. So, let's see. I'm asking you. You are still looking at.
Solve this? How will you solve this?
Solve this problem. How will you solve this problem? You will use the abbreviation I gave you earlier, SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA, right? Because we have the opposite, the angle, the opposite at the hypotenuse, which is sine. So we have sine 35 degrees will be equal to opposite is 7 and the hypotenuse x, right? This is equal to, making x set to the formula, they will swap. So you have x is equal to 7 divided by sine 35. 7 divided by sine 35 degrees. So now, moving on, you have your, okay. So, moving on, you have, or, okay, don't worry. 7, x is equal to 7 divided by, can you see me? It said use SOHCAHTOA. Yes, that's correct. Use SOHCAHTOA. That's good. You are following. Sine 35 degrees. Sine 35. Sorry. Sine 35 is 0.57357. 0.57357. Like I said, for you to get the correct answer, you don't just approximate. You take 4 decimal places so that you get accurate results. Because if you just take any figure you want, you will not get the correct answer, right? So we take 4 decimal places, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 7 is more than 5, it's up to 5, right? So we add 1 to the previous one. So we have This is approximately equal to 0.5736. 4 decimal place, or 4 significant figures, sorry. Okay, so we have 0 0.5, 0.5736. Now 4 divided by 0.5736 is equal to 6.97350. 350. This is approximately equal to 6.9797350. Let me look at the question we have here. So we have to approximate. Okay. Okay, let's check. Maybe I think there's a mistake here. So let's do it again. You have sine 35. 7 divided by sine 35. Okay, I made a mistake. Sorry, I made a mistake. Yes, I just discovered that. This is equal to 12.204, which is approximately 12.2 centimeters. 12.2 centimeters is the value of x. The value of x. X is equal to 12.2 centimeters. Are you following me? Are you following? Are you following me? If you're following me, let me know your thoughts. Okay. Okay. Now let's solve one last one. Let's solve one last. Let's not do. We're not going to talk about trigonometric ratios. Trigonometry, not trigonometry. Let's look at differentiation. Okay, let's look at differentiation. Yes, let's do differentiation. Let's do differentiation. Differentiation is one of my favorite topics in mathematics. Okay. Okay. So this question is from the PCE examination, which is 2001, 2001, year 2001, number 38, PCE past question. So now let's look at it together. The question is, if y is equal to x to the power of negative 3 divided by 2, find dy over the x. Find dy over the x. Find dy over the x. Solution. First of all, like I said, let us read the question first before we know what to do next. Now, if you want to read this question, let's look at this question together. Let's look at this question together, right? We have y is equal to x to the power of negative 3 divided by 2. Find the y over the x. Solution. In most cases, they can say you find the derivative, but find the y over the x is the same thing as finding a derivative of the function. So now let's proceed. We have y is equal to, let's write it again, y is equal to x to the power of negative 3 divided by 2. So what do you do next? What do you do next in this case? For you to solve this problem, you need to know the formula for differentiation. You need to know that when you are deriving a function, it can be done in two ways. The first way is by using the first principle, and the second way is by using the differentiation formula. But for now, we are going to be using the differentiation formula. And the differentiation formula states that dy over the x of any function, let's say function ax to the power of n. A and n, they are variables. They are variables. They can replace any number. As you can see here, they are different, right? This is equal to n times ax to the power of n minus 1. So this is the formula for differentiation. This is the differentiation formula. So now let's apply this here. For you to do this here, you'll be having x, right? You'll be having y. The y over the x will be equal to negative 3 divided by 2 times x to the power of negative 3 divided by 2 minus 1. Alright, so what do we do next? We proceed. We have 3 divided by 2x to the power of, find the LCM of 2 and 1 is 2, right? 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. 2 divided by 1 is 2. 2 times negative 1, negative 2. So this is equal to 3 divided by 2x to the power of minus 3 minus 2 is minus 5. Minus 5 divided by 2. So this is the derivative of this function y is equal to negative 3 divided by 2. Find the y over the x. This is the derivative. So if you have a question pertaining this, you can feel free to ask in the comment section. Let's go. Marvel Develop, say hi. Welcome. You're welcome to my live stream. You're welcome to my live stream. You're welcome. You're welcome to my live stream. Right? You're welcome. You're most welcome. So if you are just joining, ensure you subscribe, like this live, share the live, and also drop your opinion in the comment section. Okay, let's go. Okay, so let's proceed, right? You're done for this. If you have any question, you can also feel free to ask. You can feel free to ask me in the comment section. I'll respond to them. Okay, there we go. So let's check what we have here. Okay. If y is equal to 4x to the power of 2 minus 2x to the power of 2 plus x, find dy over dx. Find the derivative of this particular function. Y is equal to 4x to the power of 2 minus 2x to the power of 3 plus x. Find dy over dx. What do? You use the same formula I talked about earlier, right? So let's continue. Solution. First of all, remember the formula I told you, right? Dy over dx of any function is equal to n times ax to the power of n minus 1. This is the formula I told you earlier, the differentiation formula. Because a problem like this will lead to a quadratic equation, and we don't want that. If not, using the first principle is way longer than this. But I'm training so that you'll be able to be fast if you're in an examination that you don't want you to take much of the time. So now let's go. We have y is equal to, so dy over dx, dy over dx of this function 4x squared minus 3 minus 2s cubed plus x is equal to 2 times 4 to the x to the power of 2 minus 1 minus 3 times 2x to the power of 3 minus 1 plus x automatically has the power of 1 here, right? An invisible power of 1. So you have 1 times x is x to the power of 1 minus 1, right? So look at this. Following, let's go. This is equal to 2 times 4 is what? Is 8. 2 times 4 is 8. 8x to the power of 2 minus 1 is 2. So we have 8x minus 3 times 2 is what? 6. 6x to the power of 3 minus 1 is what? Is 2. Yes. Are you following me? Are you following me? I hope you are following. I hope you are following. Okay. 8x minus 6x squared, we have plus x to the power of 0. Of course, in indices, anything raised to the power of 0 is 1. Let me derive the formula for you. Don't tell anybody I told you. Let's derive it. So first of all, let's take any variable. Let's say, um, let's use x or a. Sorry, let's use a. So if a is into raised to the power of 0 is 1. If a raised to the power of 0 is 1, how do you find it? Now, this can be equal to a to the power of 6 and 6. And recall in indices that when you see both exponents multiplying and you have a base, it implies that the base are the same for both integers. That is to say, for example, we have if a to the power of 6 minus 6 is equal to a to the power of 6 divided by a to the power of 6, then this will imply that a to the power of 0 is equal to a to the power of 6 divided by a to the power of 6. Are you following? Are you seeing the catch? Are you seeing the catch? Are you seeing the catch? Yes. So now moving on, let's take it down here. Alright, moving on. A to the power of 6 divided by a to the power of 6 is 1. Right? That's why a to the power of 0 is equal to 1. I hope I have taught you something. I hope I have taught you watching me something. I've taught you something, right? So that is how the formula is being derived. That is why that law stands. That is why it is very valid anywhere, anytime, any day. So now moving on, we have plus 1 here. This is the answer. Simple and short. 8x minus 6x to the power of 2 plus 1. Can you see that? Did you see that? I'm asking you, did you see that? So that's how this formula is gotten. So you can see how easy it is. It is applicable. It is valid anywhere, anytime, any day. As you can see, it is very valid. A to the power of 6 divided by a to the power of 6, of course, is 1, right? So that's it. So that's how the formula is gotten. So if you have any question, and in case you are just joining us again, please don't leave this place without subscribing. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'll see you in my next video. So now I'm asking you, if you have any question pertaining this, you can feel free to ask in the comment section. But I think we'll conclude for today. If you have any question, you can feel free to ask. If you have any question, you can feel free to ask me. Otherwise, we'll close today's session. Okay. Okay, it seems like there's no question, so we are going to close for today's session. So first of all, I want to start by saying a very big thank you. So since there is no further question, I will start by saying a very big thank you to each and every one of you that engaged this life from the beginning to this very point. Thank you very much for sticking with me. Thank you very much for watching me, and also thank you too for learning from me. Because if you don't want to learn from me, you'd have not been here. So thank you very much, and I urge you, please, I'm begging you, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell. Like my videos, share them, drop your opinion in the comment section. Anything you feel you don't understand, you can always ask me in the comment section, because I'm very happy and I feel excited. I feel encouraged. I feel, I feel glad to see your question, to see your comments, to see your your suggestion, to see your ideas, to see your motivation. So thank you everybody. God bless you, and I'll see you in my next slide. Bye bye. Okay.